Asofo nkrofo bi a kyese we look up to them in a society. We see them as shepherds, we see them as leaders, and we even see them as our fathers. Osofo bi and say has been sentenced to life imprisonment in Nigeria. Aye nsem bebre street no kasa and SFM. This is Social Streets on Heights Media Studios, and my name, as usual, is Isaac. I'll be with you shortly. Please don't go anywhere. Alright, so I want to welcome you back from a short break. So, a man of God, one man of God in Nigeria has been sentenced to life imprisonment for allegedly raping his church member. I don't want to do too much talking, so let's delve straight into the story. All right. So, court sentences Lagos cleric or a pastor, Feyi Daniels, to life in prison for raping church member. So, the Lagos State Sexual Offences and Domestic Violence Court in Ikeja has sentenced a clergyman, Bishop Feyi Daniels, to life in prison for the offense of raping a pastor and his church, Irene Christian Ministry. So the name of this pastor's church is Irene Christian Ministry. Delivering the judgment in the case, the presiding judge, Justice Rahman Oshodi, said he believed the testimony of the complainant as well as the other witnesses who gave direct evidence which weren't contradicted at any point during the trial, despite the denials of the defendant. The court also held that the prosecution had successfully proven all the ingredients of rape under Section 260, subsection 2 of the Criminal Laws of Lagos State 2015. Justice Oshodi, however, discharged the clergyman of the second count of allegedly raping another church member at his home in 2020. The court said the prosecution failed to prove the element of the use of force, fear of harm by the complainant, and misrepresentation by the defendant to establish guilt in the offense of rape beyond all reasonable doubt. So what is happening here is that according to the defendant, now some of the issues that were raised has to do with use of force, fear of harm by the complainant. Now complainant was of the opinion that this gentleman forced himself on her. The court ordered that the convict's name be registered in the Lagos State Sex Offenders Register. The court also ordered that the cleric serve his jail term at the Nigerian Correctional Center at the Krikri Maximum Facility, where he is currently being detained. In the words of the judge, the cleric used his dominant character and position to sexually violate two members of his church. So, as we speak, the man of God, Bishop Feyi Daniels, is serving his jail term, and the judgment was that he should start that or the prison term at the correctional center. And I think this is something good. If indeed what the man did is what they are saying, then I think it's something it's a good deal. I believe as human beings, we all have some characters that are hidden, but we should always be careful so that we are not exposed to some of them, because some of them are very bad. There is a man of God who we see as a head of family, a father, a leader, a shepherd, and everything, who leads a church, who shepherds members in his church. So it becomes very worrying when things like this take place in a church where we see such people as unquote overlords of our lives. Like I always say, these men of God are human beings just like us. We must never forget that the man nature comes before the God factor. And so they are humans. Sometimes they are pushed to the wall to do things they are not supposed to. Some are tempted, some go through a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. But we must at all points in time be very, very, very careful as men of God. We should be extra careful. I know some men of God who don't do counseling without the presence of their wives, without the presence of their moms, without the presence of some of them, their siblings. And this is something good. If you know yourself and you know you can't control yourself, this may be your weakness. Every human being has his or her weakness. So this may be your weakness. If you know that is your weakness, if you know your weakness is that you can't stand the heat of women, please take control of some of these things. Employ someone who will be in the presence during your counseling. It can be your mom, your wife, or a sibling, your son or your daughter. These are all mechanisms and measures that will help you do away with some of these unforeseen circumstances. Or in Mgwasia. Shame. I beg you. I beg you. And to the members, we should always be careful. We should always be careful. We especially some of the ladies, I don't know what the joy they get in making sure say they sleep with a man of God. I don't know the joy they get from that. Let's all be very, 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 very careful. Let's stop seducing our men of God. Let's stop tempting them. Let's stop that. Let's stop that. This, I think, it's something that we must all learn from. It is something that we must all learn from. The caution to all of us that we must always be careful wherever we find ourselves. And we should always also take care of ourselves very well. I pray this man of God gets or receive a change of character as he goes through this state in his life, because the trauma that he's going to face, the depression moment, the shame, it's not going to be easy for him. But like I said, I pray, say, going through all these phases, Obenya a new character to face the world again. It's so worrying. It's so worrying. So worried. Charlie, this has been the social street. with your brother, your friend, your beloved Sir Isaac. And please keep supporting us by subscribing to our YouTube channel if today happens to be the first time. And if you know you are an existing person on our channel but you've not subscribed, please kindly subscribe and hit the notification bell so that anytime we do any new upload, you also get a chance to do the watching here with us live in the studio. Once again, thank you so much. I will see you again in another episode. Makramunyina.